Right, let's all go. Hi guys, we continue our scale exploration with E Major Pentatonic Position 1. So we've gone through all 5 positions of minor pentatonic and now we're going to hit up Major Pentatonic Position 1. Okay, now I'm a little bunged up, so if I sniff or I sound a little nasally or a little heavy of breathing, that is why. Hopefully it won't put you off too much. So let's just go through the scale and ignore my sniffliness. Root notes, as usual, they're the most important thing. That's what I always talk about. We always go from root to root, so we get used to where they are. We're going to do basically the same thing here. The root note here is 12th fret on the E string. That is an E note. Okay, that's how guitar works. I'm sure most of you already know that. We do have another root note here, 14th fret on the D string. And because the E's are the same, we've also got a root note down here. This is an E. Okay, so those are our 3. Let's go through the scale. I'm going to start with my middle finger on the root note, okay? This is just a nice way to run through it, so we use all our fingers, okay? We can also practice it just 1 and 3 everything, or 2 and 4 everything. You can mix and match, really. The idea is you learn it one way and then you practice it different ways, just to try and get used to playing things in different ways, so that if you need to, you can. But I'm going to run it through where I'm going to play 2 and 4 up here, and then I'm going to be 1 and 4, and then I'm going to move 1 and 3 then for the final 3 strings. Okay, so E note, 12th fret, E string. Next note is going to be an F sharp note, which is 14th fret on the E string, okay? So that's the major second of the scale, so it's already different to the minor pentatonic. Major third, this is what's super important note. This is what makes it a major scale, not a minor scale. Okay, so in the key of E, that's a G sharp, okay? If it was a minor, it would be a G. Okay, that's the minor third, the flat third. That's the major third. Next note. So this is the only one that's in both, other than the root note. Yeah, that is right. I don't know why I said it like I didn't know. That's a B note. Okay, I'm going to play that with my pinky, and that's going to be 14th fret on the A string. Then it's going to be one of my favourite notes, the major 6th. Really, really nice note. In this key, it's C sharp, a very, very important note. And then I'm going to stretch, there it is, so 11th fret D string with my index finger. Then I'm going to stretch up to 14th fret on the D string to get my root note again. And I'm going to go back through the notes, try and not play and talk at the same time. So then it's going to be 11 and 13, which I'm going to do 1 and 3. So that's F sharp to G sharp. Then you can actually do this 2-4-2-4. This is how I originally learned it. So I'm going to play 12 on the B, which is a B note, and then 14 on the B, which is our C sharp, and then back to our root, which is 12, and then 14. Obviously, those strings are the same. That's the way it's normally going to go in scales. Not always, but normally. Yeah, so I'll play that through so you can see. And then what I'm going to do now, this time I'm going to do the same scale, but I'm just going to shift on those final 3 strings and do 1 and 3 on everything, which is how I often practice it. Okay, you could 1 and 3 everything. Oh, I did a 2 there. You can do that as well. And the idea is you just mix and match, you know. You just don't know what you might need when you're playing, so it's nice to practice it different ways. But be consistent to start with, and then just start changing things in. So you're just trying to build up that connection between your 2 hands. I'm moving my right hand like this so that you get used. So that's the whole thing that we're trying to do here. We're not just learning the scale, we're also trying to build that connection between our 2 hands. My right hand looks giant next to my left hand, that's weird. Okay, I'll give you a little free lick. This is just, I'm just going to steal this completely from Jimi Hendrix. This is what he did a lot in a variety of different keys. It's about using double stops. Double stops are when you play 2 notes at the same time. If you do it like that, it sounds like we're going to play, you know, a rock and roll song. You know, it could be a whole handful of different artists doing that kind of thing. Sounds really, really cool. What we're going to do in the major pentatonic, that was more of a minor pentatonic feel. What we're going to do in major, not going to do that because that sounded terrible. We're going to do a little hammer on onto the 14th fret on the B string. We're not going to hit the hammer on onto the E string, just the B string. We get that awesome, awesome sound. And then I'm going to double stop again. Then I'm going to move up strings, sorry, to the next position, and I'm going to do a similar thing where I'm going to play 11 on the G, I'm going to play 12 on the B, and I'm going to do another hammer on, this time onto 13 on the G. And then I'm going to use my pinky this time to hit that root note, which is 14th fret on the D. Sounds great, all in the key of E, and it's very Jimi Hendrix in its sound. It's almost country licks. I don't know why my camera keeps going blurry. Anyway, the actual licks that I'm thinking of is in Little Wing. He does that lick basically as he goes from a C chord, which would be not there, it'd be here, and then he moves up 2 frets to D. When he's coming up to the turnaround, and he often does. Can't remember the solo, but you get the idea. And then that's the lick he's using. It's that position. It's Major Pentatonic Position 1, and we're just going to do it in E. That's not in E. That's in F. That sounds much better. Sounds like we know what we're doing. I keep making fluffs though, but you get the idea. Awesome little scale. A lot of people know Minor Pentatonic Position 1, but they don't know Major Pentatonic, and I don't know why it's gone blurry again, that's so weird. I think I'm moving too much, I'm too much of a mover when I'm playing. It's a super important scale, and everyone should know their Major Pentatonics. Now, it is the same shape as Position 2 Minor Pentatonic, so you're not even learning a new shape, you're playing the same shape, you're just starting in a different place, okay? So if you're wondering, it would be C sharp minor Position 1. Position 2, sorry. Oh, I'm just talking rubbish now. It'd be C sharp minor Position 2. If you remember that position from your Minor Pentatonic Position 2, it's the same shape, we're just starting at the top there, okay? So you're not even learning a new shape, but a lot of people don't know where it is. And if you know your root notes, you can learn, you've already learned the shape, you just move it to where the root notes work. And then you've got your Major Pentatonic, okay, Position 1. I always end up whittling at the end of my videos, so I'm going to say this time, it'd be really nice if you could like and comment and subscribe and all those things that I'm supposed to do, but I never actually remember to do. And if there's any scales you want to see me go through or any songs, just leave a comment or go on my Facebook and send me a message. And I'm going to try and stop whittling and stop recording, but I'm turning into my dad, so it doesn't happen very often. Anyway, see you later. I hope you all have a good day and all that kind of stuff. Awesome. Bye.